Is this a good idea? Probably not. Probably not. It is now 1 a.m. And that makes me feel like I am in that. I am the punchline of that meme that says that you're not supposed to think about your life about any time after 10 p.m. And I'm pretty sure that 1 a.m. makes it even fucking worse. I got something in my teeth. Can't see. I think we're fine. The entire day I've been thinking about doing this. The entire day I felt the need to do this, and I was going to do this before I went out, as seen on the outfit attached, but I didn't manage time wise. And it was okay, still, considering the fact that I did something that used to be maladaptive, because the outfits used to be maladaptive for me, but this time I did it with completely different energy of I'm doing this for myself because it excites me, and it does. I absolutely love it, and I love the process too. I enjoy doing the hair. Well, that was a bit of a tricky one, but I enjoyed doing the makeup. I enjoyed putting together the accessories. The accessories were also because this whole look was made. It had like a full structure to it. This dress is very chic and whatnot. You can barely see without me crouching, but I can't put you onto anything more than this bucket. That's what we're working with. This is how professional it is. I said to a friend, because I now no longer have uh, anybody other than friends, and he might have been something more, but he's not anymore because now I have only friends. So I was talking with him, and let me adjust you real quick. There you go. And what he said, what was I gonna relate to? This time is gonna be harder. It's not even about the drugs. It's just about the fact that I'm tired. Yeah, well, I forgot. Gone. Just like that. Um. Oh yeah, I remembered. What a success. He said that I mentioned something about performance art, and that maybe right now I won't be able to make any performances of my own yet, still, just because part of how I am is grandiosity. And I can't make that happen now because I don't have the materials, I don't have the funds, and I don't have the knowledge to make it happen well and worthwhile without just random grandiosity. And then at first he didn't comment. He said that he would have said something, but he decided not to. And then later he did say something. He went back to it and he said dot 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 said Lady Gaga before going on to the stripper pole, which I love because Gaga is exactly the person that I've been thinking about in terms of inspiration, direct inspiration for myself. So we're going back to studying who I am. I am definitely very sentimental just from the fact that we have all of those papers here. Where I could do like a study moment. Like, wait. Since this is practically my cupboard, but deconstructed. Um, it's craft, okay? It's fucking it's what's artisanal, bro. Shut up. Wait, let me. I'm sure I have so much. Like, ask me, bro, and I have it. Like, yeah. This, okay, this is great. This, for instance, whoa, no titties. This I made myself. It doesn't look like it because you have to put it on properly. Batman, the most recent one, the one with Zoe Kravitz, yeah, that's the kind of hat. And I crocheted it myself. This is the front, and it opens up to the eyes, and when you pull it on properly, then the corners make tiny ears. Because I had a Catwoman phase, okay? Multiple. Uh, I'm saying that I have preferred things to shapeshift into, especially if they're conventionally attractive. This should do the trick. Okay, Sherlock, time to do the digging. It would appear here that the person that I'm dealing with is very sentimental, considering all the things that she's keeping. For instance, we have a advertisement from Greek cigarettes that she's never touched. It was just something that a friend at the time gave to her, and anything anybody ever gives to me has so much value to me that I just keep it. Here is the card of the first place that I wanted to work at 5 years ago when I was looking for a job. The first place that let's do it in third person. The first place that Mar wanted to check out in terms of going to work was an antique store, actually. Upon entering into which, she got asked the question of, what do you know about antiques? What followed was silence, and then the response of, I'm willing to learn. Not enough, babe. Not enough. That's how I ended up at the bar. Because the response was the same, but the difference was, well, it's not that complicated doing bar stuff. And also, I learned later on that the owner of the bar felt bad for me. That's why he hired me. Because with the way that I looked, having appeared in a very, very, very dingy bar that doesn't have any prospects to it, it looked so strange to him that he thought I definitely need to have some issues going on in the background. So, let's just let her in. Yeah. I appreciate it, don't get me wrong. So all the pictures. This is a really nice picture. I like it a lot. In this picture, Mar is in the height of her Rapunzeling. She's also in one of the very low times in terms of her weight, like body weight. Mar was very thin at the time, just because of how much shit she was up to at all times. So eating wasn't really part of the schedule, and it worked for her for other reasons. This is an envelope with notes that are called also sugar cubes, I've learned at a certain point. From my first ever Erasmus project that I did in Hungary. It is soon going to be a year from then. And this is definitely not the time to be doing this. Oh my god, that fucking view. I printed this picture. Look at that. That's Hungary. You can see the river that became kind of like my soul sister. The river. And I don't know about that view. Just seeing it, I absolutely fucking... that's so cute. I'm just gonna pick a random one. Because it's full, okay? Like, not to flex, but, I have friends. Fun fact about that project is that I was so... Look, that's me playing in the water. That's the train station. And the train station is called... There's characters here that I can't read, but it's felt so good. And I wrote, because it all felt so good. Anyway, what was I gonna say? The fun fact, this project, I made the whole thing, so like over a week even, because then I stayed in Budapest for a bit, with a British accent. Can you hear a British accent coming out of me right now? You could hear it a little bit in the beginning, but I was for shits and giggles. But the British accent comes out of me whenever I'm stressed. Because I suppose it's a matter of wanting to look more serious or appear more serious. Um, yeah, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I was like, prey animal level of scared. Of course I was. It's my first ever proper time abroad. And all of a sudden I found myself in. I didn't get pushed in. I didn't get convinced to. No, I just found myself in a gathering of like-minded people that I couldn't have even imagined. I was also a group leader. I didn't even know what the fuck was happening. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna read this one out. You move like chaos disguised as elegance. I thought it said vengeance, and I was like, okay, Batman. No, you move like chaos disguised as elegance, a phoenix in human form. Magnetic, dangerous, and impossible to ignore. Like, I would have never thought that the way I presented myself at that time would have been caught as that. But it did. Let me should I get another smaller one? The big ones. Somebody was supposed to write a letter to. Oh. Aww. Oh, you can. Oh, I'm gonna. You get to see a bunch of minutes of me going oh over shit. I'm not editing it because I don't know how. Yes I do, but it would take way too long. One day maybe I'll start. This is a portrait that was made of me. It was like made in rotation, so every person was making another body part or like face part. This is me. Looks very similar, huh? The braid. Oh, the mythical braid. The mythical braid that I have nothing to attach to nowadays. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could. Maybe I should, just to know it's possible still. I do miss it because I do have a profound love for having something on my head. I need to have thing on head in order to feel secure. No, in order to feel like myself, really. Which, funny enough, binds into another project that I did. It was called the Underworld Project, where it was pointed out to me that that's a very Hera thing to do. Hera as in, like, the queen of Olympus. As in obvious things that make me look like Hera. No, I do have something in my teeth. I do have something in my teeth. I had something in my teeth this entire time and you didn't tell me! Never mind, I actually don't have anything in my teeth. It was just a shadow. The important things are here, because in this box, I'm supposed to find the main thing that I'm looking for, which is the design for not even a tattoo, but a scarification that I want to do. This is not that. This is a notebook of back when I was doing art. That's middle school. That's something that I should go back to. Hello. I mean, I loved it. I was making designs from scratch. This one, it was kind of annoying because I like it's Lil Peep. I like the sketch way more than I like the outline, but that's okay. I think maybe it's because of the empty eyes. They look empty. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Another one that I want to show off here. Nothing peculiar. On one, from one side, I was doing the tattoos, and from the other, I was just people. That's what I was always drawing, just people. People. I can see. Oh, okay, this works. People, 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 people. Just people, more people, More people. Somebody may have been a bit gay at the time. Yep, there's just women here. Nope, there's also Jimin from BTS, actually. That's my range. This is an auto portrait. It's tiny ears right here. This is what I used to look like when I was like a teenager. Torment. Nice. This was one of the. My God. No, I was like, she was from a girl group. No, she wasn't. It wasn't. It was a duo of two girls, and I think they were supposed to be sisters, and they were dancing. Oh, faces I love more than anything. Faces. Just faces upon faces. Faces upon faces. These ones I have this type of being is a lot. Because, fuck it, let's delve into this. In terms of identity, taking off my Sherlock hat, who do I look like more? This one or this one? Well, I would say, physically speaking, I look more like her. Especially right now, all dolled up. But this was me. This was me drawing myself. And how I want to be perceived. Which is exactly why I think there's a lot of aggressiveness. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Huh. I like this. Let's do more. Yeah. I really like this. I was just looking up pictures of pretty girls in Tumblr and drawing them because it's nice. I enjoyed it. Oh, these ones I really like. There was this Tumblr post about Bambi lesbians, and I just made a Bambi lesbian Bambi, and just like a hot Amazon. And you can see from here. Fuck it. Let's not stretch this out further. Just pretty. That was like a character that I made. It based off of somebody else's drawing, actually. The first one. And then it just gave her some more personality. I named her, but I don't remember what the name was. The name, and like her hair would change based on the mood, and she was very like happy-go-lucky. A demon. I'd never put a noun to it. A demon. Cute. Oh, another one of that same thing. Did I lose something? I don't know. Here. Do you see this? This is me. This one. Not the pretty one. The tough one. Fuck. I just had a thought, and I think I shouldn't say it out loud. It looks like I have something in my teeth in this lighting, doesn't it? Yeah, some more faces. That girl from it wasn't Street Fighter, it was the other one. A demon. More of that thing. That thing, yeah. More centaurs and stuff. Man, what are they called? Girl, no. Fuck, I forgot the name for it. They were oh wow. Oh, this is a peculiar thing. This is fuck. That's unexpected. This is these are notes. These are notes. Yeah, if you think they're illegible, you're correct. These are notes from when I did a lot of drugs. And I was in the like the changing room in high school, and they can go in the things that I used to do, they would usually go in the downer effect, as in like zombie the fuck out. Inside it feels good, outside you just look like a fucking crazy person zombie. uh but this time it went in a hallucinogenic direction, and the effect was this. So I even and it's great because I wrote some stuff, and then if I didn't understand it, then lucky, it's very smart of me. Thank you, Mar, from back then. I wrote a graph to show exactly what I mean. Yep, that's helpful. And it's signed like this is the world, this is the universe, this is us. I mean, I remember seeing it, so what that sentence is. I mean, I remember when I saw the universe in front of me. It's fine, like it stayed there. Out of things that I wrote, uh, time is so much. The all of the numbers, the you are much more than a regular being. You saw beyond. Oh, back to women. And that's it. Yeah. Did I see beyond? I mean, I know I could definitely do a shaman. I would make a great shaman. Yeah. I would make a great shaman. I'm looking at what we have here. And those aren't, they're probably in the bottom. Don't get me wrong, every tiny piece of paper that you see here holds a story. A major one. Every piece of paper, every tiny thing. Like, this is a script from a play that I never participated in, but I was, for a very short amount of time, I was in a vocal and acting school just because I had so much money from the bar. I didn't know what to do with it, and at a certain point, I just thought to myself, well, what would I do? With any extra money? Well, probably give it to some passions that I have, and I thought about singing or dancing. And I stuck with the singing. It wasn't an easy choice to make, actually. I had to lose 3,000 zloty in cash in order to make that choice. It's a story of its own. And it's not something that I want to do in a long story short manner, because I don't do that nowadays. I'm a storyteller. I don't make short stories. So I'm just gonna keep going, and maybe at some point I'll circle back to it. There's a quote from in English it's Master and Margarita, and it is, everyone will be given exactly what they believe in. Yep. And I am in the moment of Remember what I said about that art about scarifications? Well, this is not exactly the art. It's like a redo of the art that I did. This ended in an intervention, bro. That's really nicely done blood with a bunch of done with a bunch of oh, we're getting there. Hell yeah. A bunch of shitty pens and whatnot. Let's keep going. I'm sure I can find it. What's that? That's a ticket to Warsaw, but what for? Oh, wait. What? Yeah, it's to Warsaw, but did I go back and forth? I don't even remember that. I mean, I remember visiting a friend in Warsaw, but I thought, like, knowing me, I wouldn't be surprised if I tried to associate it with somebody. It's with, let me redo that again. If I tried to surround it with any other activities. Oh. For Junior. From my ex-friend that I used to live with. This is a cute one. It's still not what I'm looking for, but this is me, by the way, flexing and cleaning on a stage. Apparently, the stage is going back. It's returning. It's a reoccurring theme that I've been avoiding, but I shouldn't. Some cards. This I'm gonna need. That's a 10% off in a thrift store. I'm gonna need that. I'm losing a lot of money in terms of thrift stores. Do I need any of those? Some photographers. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Again, nothing here. Yes. Yeah, I found my library card. That's nice. I already made a new one. That's yep, I already made a new one. Let's keep going. I'm sure it has to be here. It has to be. Oh, Christ. Cute stuff. Photos. You want to see? Oh, no, there's more people in the photos. I shouldn't then. It's not just me. If it was just me, then I could, but it's not. It's back from when I started working behind the bar. And we had Halloween and we dress up with the other bartender. It's really nice. Because I like to play around like that. Okay. More. My favorite artist. My first ever trip abroad wasn't exactly the Budapest one. It was actually Prague. And I chose Prague before I knew. I was already signed up to go for a 6-month stay at a mental hospital, and I knew I would have to go there for 6 months. So that sentence didn't make any sense. I'm clearly tired. So I decided, well, what would a person that is gonna go away for a long time do? Well, I think they would actually go for a trip. And that's what I did, and I wanted to go not too far because it would be my first ever trip abroad and alone. So I was a little scared. And so I went to Prague also because that's where the Alphonse Mucha Museum is, and that's my favorite artist. And because, yeah, why not? It's close. And I enjoyed it a lot. It was like 3 days. I thought about making it even shorter, but then when I went, it was perfect. Me. From early after the very traumatic event of the death of Aria, my dog. How can I tell? Well, because I am wearing white, which I was wearing for like some time after her death. Only the white, just because I wanted to wear my grief. I wanted it to be visible, and black would have not been noticeable because I wear black a lot. And white is, I think in Indian cultures, it was a sign of grief. Also because I'm wearing her ribbon around my neck. It's one of the most precious things that I own, that ribbon. So much so that when I was living outside of here, oh, I don't know what that is. Outside of here, I may not have those papers actually. I thought to myself that if things ever caught fire and I had to escape very fast, then probably the first and not maybe even the only thing that I would have taken with me would be that ribbon. I'm starting to think I don't have those papers where I have it drawn, which would be so upsetting, actually. Yeah. I don't have them. I don't. Okay, well, let me show you something. Another fun, alarming thing. That's wristband from, that's not the alarming thing, the wristband from the first ever event of New Year's that I went to. It was with friends. Well, not really, but I made some friends. This, on the other hand, that you see right here, that is a self-made self-flagellation whip. Ow. Oh, that was nice. Got myself right in the spine because, as you can see, the ends are... Wait, let me... The ends are sharp. Nice. That's gonna leave a mark. Anyway, clearly I'm a very normal person. I'm glad we've established that. We didn't find the fucking papers. If they're not here, they're nowhere. Okay, I'm gonna go do a quick look through. As there's a lot of letters, you know, from people that were aspiring to be my lovers. People that that was one guy. There was this one American guy that absolutely fell head over heels for me at the bar. This is me and my bartending friend as fairies. It was given to me. Yeah. If I'm telling you, everything has a story here. So clearly, I'm a very, very. There's Give Yourself a Try, a song by the 1975, and the video starts with Matty Healy going. Well, it could be more wrong, actually. I'm unbelievably sentimental. It's just everything I do, it kind of knows where it is. And then they go. For the amount I'm paying you, you're not really good at this. Right, I'm losing the sense of touch. My search is not going well. Because I'm not finding what I was supposed to fucking find. Not good. What even is that? Oh. No, still no. Aha! That's a self-portrait. Hello. I had a third. Oh, yep. The entire 3. The series of self-portraits. That's a nice one. I'll be happy to share that one. Yeah. I can be all of them. Guess which one I am now. Haha. uh, yeah. And I always felt like such a fraud for being this one. Until I realized nowadays, I realized I don't even have to be like this. Like, yeah, I get with the pimples and pretty much the pimples. There were everything else here can be different. Like, I don't have to wear glasses that made me feel ugly. I don't have to wear my hair in a way that makes me feel ugly. I don't have to wear baggy clothes. I don't have to uh, have that kind of expression on my face also. Which is why nowadays I've decided to completely, one thing that I decided to completely cut out of my life other than relationships is, now I'm gonna need a moment to remember what they're called in English. I'm not gonna think of it, so I'm just gonna do it in a descriptive way. Um, in home comfy shoes. Nuh-uh. No more info in home comfy shoes for me. I decided. I've concluded that because I realized my mom bought me some new ones, and I thought to myself, actually, I don't want them. Like, I get the comfy thing. Oh, we're getting there. That's something that I've been thinking about. It's notes from conversations that I was exchanging in. Oh my god. And from the note from when my wallet was okay. Not even gonna say that story because it's a good story. Ugh. Oh my god. I'm looking for the drawings and I can't find them. This is mostly just silence, but I feel I 2023 March. I've descended into Pedro Pascal induced madness. And I'm loving every second of it. Yeah, I had a thing for the guy. What happened here? Do I want people? Most likely. But what kind of fucked up mind map? But why am I scared I'll get them and then don't want them? Right. I don't know how to say no. Not prioritizing my needs, not finding them important in light of the other person. Yeah, that's what I'm actively going against right now. Hmm. Ugh. There's a lot of things. It just tells you nothing. I mean, it starts with stuff like objective nature of reality is do whatever you want. Objective nature of humanity, have human contact. Therefore, stay contact with / meet the kind of people you want around. But where to find them? free self-improvement books and bookstores and stuff like that. Find the right people, not just any people. Do I even want people? What is it about the past? The touchy subject. I not want to pursue new relationships to not distance myself farther from the past. Stuff like that. Yeah. And yes, I love the bar, but at the same time, we have also writings from that time that start with, "This is a very bad time, bad moment, bad place. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be around these people. I don't really like any of them." There's also that. Notes on authenticity. What's authenticity? How do I understand it? Nobody may never say something against me, like they're not allowed. I always look the way I do in photos. I have to, otherwise I die. I blow up. I don't know, I guess. All of my words and actions plus looks must be 100% true. Knowing damn well that 100% truth doesn't exist. What would it? So those are like absurd core beliefs that I have. I don't remember what they're called. There's a type of therapy that names that, but that aside, what would happen if I didn't have it, which is the falling arrow method? I like that I was doing that before even knowing what it is. I would be doubted externally, therefore I would doubt myself internally, and therefore, and in the end, I would be rejected. So it's a fear of rejection, but like a biological one. Like I would be thrown away from the tribe and left alone to die from hunger, thirst, or a wild animal. Yeah. So essentially, so who fucking cares? Only me. Why? For what? So that I give the most out of myself, so that I can make it as sure as possible that I will not be alone. Can I? Ha! This is hilarious. Sad. Sad. First and foremost, and then the rest is hilarious. Because the question that I'm putting here is, can I, being myself, amass and keep around people? And then from the being myself thing is circled, and there's a question added to it. Who is that? How do they look? What are their characteristics? That's exactly what I'm doing right now. And that paper is from 2013. It's been 3 fucking years. Over 3 years. Yeah. Another time from when I was working behind the bar. And I had some old people into me. Yay, right? So I'm surprised that I don't have any papers on the story of how I wanted to check my IQ. That's also a good story, let me tell you that. Some Polish tongue twisters. Czy 3 Czechów, czy 3 Czeszki, czy 3, czy 3, czy Czeszka, czy Czech? It's not exactly tongue twisters, it's practice for that's when I was getting obsessed about a new guy. Oh, yeah, we found it. Those tattoos I'm not going to show because that's a different idea. But this is the... This is some... Well, at least it's something of me trying to design what my tattoos could look like. And this is it. This is the back. And that's the idea. It's been 45 minutes. I've had many more sketches. I am dead certain of that. Especially since I only really remember the uppy part. The one that's here. Of the head. And something happening here. The rest... I can see the vision. I would have to make some adjustments to that. It was worth it. It was worth it. I mean, I could be upset over the fact that the problem is still the same, even after all those years. But I can also not look at it from that perspective. I could actually absolutely look at it strictly from the perspective of the perspective of I was doing so much anyway. Like, I was disconnected from who I am, and I was still making so many things happen. That's something to be proud of, I would say. I subscribe to craziness as an umbrella term for nonconformity, but reality is stifling. Society is confined within the structures it made to make life easier, and I dare ask why. Whatever she means by that. I remember what I mean by that, actually. Of course I do. Of course I do. Every tiny note that was written to me ever on paper, I also kept. That's where it stays. Anyway. I've done the thing. I've looked through the thing. And what I got is 10% off at the local thrift store. Thank you. That was an interesting hunt. My phone is about to die. And yeah. And it's probably 2 a.m. now. And I really need to go to sleep and stop thinking about my life. Because it's not the time for it right now. Because I might do something that I will regret. I'm kidding. I won't. It's good that I'm not back at square one. It's not exactly being back at square one. I've amassed a lot of valuable experiences, and most importantly, because one thing that I when I was briefly just skimming through the notes that I've been writing at the time back then, which technically, like I said, technically I was dealing with the same problem that I'm dealing with right now. But in reality, not fucking quite, because the main narrative there is I am tired. I don't feel like I'm myself. Something is wrong inherently at the very basis, and I have no one to confide within. I have nobody to share this with. Nobody around me, somebody that I want to keep around. And that's different now. And that's the most important thing. And I'm going to end now because I don't want it to be longer. Bye. Oh, for fuck's sake.